Hello again, if anyone's actually still watching these. Today's day 11? 10. Must be 10. 10. My views on love and relationships. Yeah. Right. Well, actually, first of all, you may notice I'm trying to vary the locations in my room in which I take these videos. Therefore, at the moment behind me there is a window and a map of the London Underground. Yes. Those are normal things. Except it sort of makes me look yellow. Anyway, my views on love and relationships. Well, speaking from my vast experience, yeah, I don't have any. Well, that's completely not true. I do have many, but, not really my area. Like, that's not even just an unnecessary Sherlock quote. That kind of sums me up, pretty much. Not guys, just relationships in general. I never really had any interest in having a boyfriend in high school, and now that I'm out of high school, I was all, I'll find one when I'm working in a hardware store, I'll find one when I'm at uni, and then I just did not necessarily, sorry, I'm just, a horrible angle. I tell myself that, sometimes I'm like, oh yes, I want a boyfriend, then other times I'm like, no, I actually enjoy just spending time by myself, and I have enough trouble when friends that I barely see are like, spend time with me, and I'm like, I have plans to do nothing today, can you go away? Like, sometimes I'm very sociable, and I'm like, oh, I'm lonely, spend time with me, but most of the time, no. And like, if I want to go travelling or something, and then I've got a boyfriend, and they're all, oh, la-di-da, you can't go, I have no money, you have to stay here with me. No. Go away. There are more important things. I hate constantly being asked if I've got a boyfriend, or whatever. Throughout high school I was convinced that no male person would ever find me attractive. I've since realised that sometimes they do, but generally they're either a lot older than me, or they find me intimidating, which I find really weird because I'm very tall and I always thought I came across as, people either seem to see me as really shy and naive and innocent, or cold and intimidating and not friendly and up myself, which I think are both just versions of I don't want to talk to you, but not in a bad way. I don't know. But also I hate the idea of just having a boyfriend for the sake of having a boyfriend. Like at school, guys would ask my friends out and they would go out with them even though they didn't like them, and they would just be forced to have these stupid, awkward dates, and not even dates, they didn't even go on dates, it was just like, oh, we're going out, but all they did was nothing. Or relationships kind of progress backwards where they would get drunk and hook up at a party, and the next day they'd be like, well, he was half decent, I suppose we could go out now. And I'm like, I remember saying to them, what happened to the days when the going out came before the kissing and the everything? Like, I know that's probably highly naive and stupid, but I kind of, in some ways I'm very modern, but in some ways I'm quite old-fashioned. I would like someone who's a bit of a gentleman, who could actually, even if he does want to have sex, just shut up about it for 5 seconds. Just, I don't even know what I'm saying, I'm just rambling. At least I'm actually talking instead of just staring silently at the camera and observing my hair or something. I'll find a boyfriend eventually, but I just don't want one for the sake of having one. There are many other things I could do with my time. I don't need constant stimulation from other people. There are many other things I can do with my time. I'd much rather read a book than talk to people half the time, which sounds really antisocial. I'm not actually a particularly antisocial person. But I just like to be sociable when I choose to be sociable. yeah. I can't stand the awkward beginning stages of dating either, like the few times that's nearly happened. It's just like, awkward, because I'm not that interested in, and suddenly, and it's like, if I say no, you'll kill yourself or something, or kill me, or I don't even know how this works. And then, but if I say yes, I end up on some awkward date that I don't want to go on, and then you think I'm gonna, and I don't, everything's just bleh. One day I'll find the right person and just sort of stumble across them, hopefully, and then they'll be the right person. Although my views on relationships are sort of messed up lately, because I'm not going to go into details here because I don't want people knowing this sort of stuff, but the couple that I always imagined were the ideal down-to-earth couple, I found, and I'm not talking about people my age, I'm talking about adults, they're not as, I found out more about them recently, that it's what I thought was true wasn't true, and it kind of messed up my idea of relationships. And then I was just like, you know what, screw this, they're not necessary, I'll find the right person one day. And I suppose that's romantic relationships, and then there's other relationships like friendship and family and all that kind of crap. I love my family, and I think family relationships, I mean, I know some people's families suck, and mine suck occasionally, and certain elements of my family suck, like my psychopathic, thieving auntie, who's completely insane and likes to steal people's money. She sucks, and, you know, sort of, you like to think family are slightly more, you know, but no, apparently not. Anyway, but I think family relationships, to me, are more important than, like, I put my family ahead of my friends, and I'd probably put them ahead of romantic relationships, unless, you know, my dad was being a dick and didn't like someone who was perfectly nice. Then I'd probably say, well, screw you, but I value their opinion, so, and I love them, and they're my family, so I probably put my relationship with them ahead of my relationship with other people. Friendship relationships, I make friends easily, and people sort of cling to me and seem to want to be my friend, or they hate me, either way. But because I went to 5 different schools before I started high school, I had really good friends in each of those schools, but it's kind of hard to hold on to friends when you live a long way away. Like recently I've sort of become close friends with Emily again, who was my best friend when I lived in Geraldton. And you know, and that's good, and I love Emily, and she's awesome, and I think I like those old friendships where I can just be weird. I get tired of having to pretend to be a normal person to make friends, you know? It's sort of like subterfuge. It's like, hello, I'm a normal person, and then once you like me, I'll reveal that I'm actually a complete mental. I want to be a complete mental all the time. That's just me. I had horrid friends towards the end of primary school that made my life a complete misery and sort of scarred me for relationships in general with anyone, I think. Made me feel just like my opinion was completely invalid, and even though I was only like 11 or 12, I think I was a lot more mature than them, so to me it wasn't like something that happened when I was 11 or 12, it was like something that happened when I was older, because I was more mature than them, but I had no self-confidence to not be friends with them. My high school friends caused troubles just like teenage girls always do, but I have a few really close friends out of those high school friends, and I value those friendships. I really do, and I miss the people who I'm not friends with anymore from high school. Do you guys actually care? I've been talking for nearly 10 minutes. Wow. At least I've actually been talking about the topic. And then I'm not that fussed about making friends at uni. I just kind of need human contact occasionally, and that'll do. You know, same at work. I kind of get on really well with people, and I like them, and I like working with them, but I'm not that interested in seeing them outside of work. Anyway, I'm not sure whether that's really my views on love and relationships, or just me blabbering about my own relationships, but I'm sure some of you can identify with some of what I said, if any of you are actually watching this. Basically, I'm not looking for a boyfriend, but people are nice and I like them, but I want them to go away when I don't want them.